What's up guys, it's Drac, and there's so much cool new stuff coming out of Etsy right now as far as custom Nerf products go. This one comes from Camster's Blasters and it's called the Holdster. Let's take it out and see what's inside. Alrighty, so inside we have instructions from Cameron himself. It says, wear your Holdster properly, because if you don't wear your Holdster properly, it's going to be much trickier to use. Now, the basic underlying premise here is that he has created a system with 3D printed parts and kind of attachable components that allows you to turn blasters into magnetic holding holster style. It just seems like something out of a video game to me. Like, I want to be Master Chief and just like, oh, my magnum's empty, and done. Like, that is so cool. So he's created these 3D printed plates which you attach to your body, holster style, and then you holster and unholster your sidearm of choice just by pulling it on or off. Now, I think that it's essential to have a really tight fit to your body. You can see the plate here, dual thigh straps, and a belt strap. To properly demonstrate this, I think that we're going to have to take it outside next. Alrighty guys, so the most important thing about the Holdster is actually to get a really good fit on here. So I spent a little bit of time locking these down. I'm relatively thin, but you want this plate in and of itself. And I do just want to point out, like, huge thank you to Cameron. Like, I have no idea where you got my logo from, but like adding that to this is just a whole other layer of cool. The fact that it looks ultra slick and it's like the right colors even when it doesn't have a blaster on it is just awesome. Now, you want it so that it doesn't move up very much. You can see that it's moving my jeans and my thigh muscle here up every time I move it. Down same way, and it doesn't have a lot of slide. You want it locked down. That's always been one of the best things about Apex systems, is that they have those really thick bands that you can crank down on and make sure that your holster is secure without cutting off the circulation to your leg. So there's a sweet spot that you're going for, but again, one up here, two down here is a really good system for this, and the attachment point you want to be secure. Now, Cameron secured this one with methacrylate adhesive. That's just basically anything like DevCon. You sand both surfaces and really make sure that it's attached, and then you don't touch it until it's fully cured. But it lets you do some seriously magical video game style Halo holstering. So you'll kind of see there's like a sweet spot here, and it takes a little bit to get used to it, but you want to kind of get close. You can keys into it, but the way that these are divoted, as long as you're anywhere close to here, these are contoured such that it'll find its way home, and you can let go as soon as you feel that magnetic force grab hold. And again, like, it's hard to explain on video, but you will totally feel it. It's like there's nothing, and then right there, it's holding, and I can just let go. I don't know how obvious that's going to be, so you just have to trust me when I tell you this is a very exciting new way to holster. And you think, like, the way that we used to do this with hard drive magnets was not very good, because you didn't have a lot of the force that it would hold with was the force that it grabbed with, and so that wasn't a lot. Whereas with this, because of the way that it kind of seats into that pocket, this is going nowhere. Like, down, up, over, all kinds of crazy stuff. It goes literally nowhere, and that's because it's actually quite secure. You'll notice that every time I'm drawing it up through this channel here. It's got a divot that it comes up on. So you want to always holster kind of like that. And then you can reholster like that. Interestingly enough, with the Kronos, if you try and prime while in your holster, because it's a pulling up motion, it does come out of that holster. But the Holdster is really, really neat. It's completely unique. The fact that it's just an attachment on the blaster and a relatively low profile on it, that because of the divots, it means that it's really not snagging anything as you pull up too terribly much. So super low profile, very cool system, very efficient way to holster, and I haven't had any issues with it falling off or out of its holster in this circumstance. Like, just a really, really cool feature that makes me feel kind of like a video game protagonist, because I can go directly from here, fire, down, magnets gone, and pull something off of a bandolier, or go to like reload a magazine or take cover. Like, it's just a really, really interesting system. I don't think that it's a complete replacement for something like Apex gear, because obviously the durability of this with the blaster being completely exposed is a little bit different. You would never want to slide on your holster. So with an Apex holster, you can run downstairs, you can fall downstairs, you can slide on concrete, and it's pretty much better for the wear. This, I think you'd run into some serious issues with the 3D printed mounting brackets here if you ever landed on it in an aggressive way, especially if you caught this and ripped. I think that it would break just because it's not made of Cordua, it's made of 3D printed materials and magnets. But a very, very cool product. We'll see what Steven thinks of it, and then we'll wrap this up. So I don't know what else I can say about this. It is remarkably affordable. It's actually on price point with a lot of other holsters out there, and completely unique in that regard. Now, it might be less materials. I have no idea what these super cool pads here and magnet system costs, but clearly some time went into developing this 2-point system so that you get an accurate hold. It doesn't slide either way. It just stays exactly where you want it. I think that it's really, really neat. Very slick. Can't say that enough. You can check it out on Etsy in the description box below. Again, just so many cool things coming out of Etsy. The cheaper 3D printing gets and the more innovative nerfers get, the sky is the limit. So this is just the latest and greatest in cool 3D printed nerf accessory to come off of Etsy, but I am super thrilled to get to pilot test this. I can't wait to take it to the April SENC War. As always, much love, nerf on, Drac out.